and he wearing like one like gold around his neck. I'm like, DC, you buy this for him? He's like, yes, I love him, but this is not about love. Make him hungry. Make him hungry. Like backstage, I was talking with DC. I know he want his son become world champion, and he wearing like one like gold around his neck. I'm like, DC, you buy this for him? He's like, yes, I love him, but this is not about love. Make him hungry. Make him hungry.
Another death. Who died this time? They don't give a fuck. They don't give a fuck. You know what? We could blame, money. If there ain't teachers out here living in their car, but they're still loving teaching, I bet you there is teachers that live in their fucking car that love teaching, dog. No one talks about. I was going to the weed shop and I passed by this beautiful elementary school and I seen all these kids playing, kicking up dust, chasing one little ball, but I seen a bunch of kids active, you know? That's cool, but you know, maybe there should be fucking more leadership and some real teachers out there. Maybe there should be a lot of balls, but you know, it looked cool that it seemed like a lot of kids were out there trying to play, you know? But you just throw one ball and you make these kids compete for one ball? Are you competing? Are you preparing them for the world? Or are you really just trying to sit back and analyze who was born to be great? Anyway, I blame a lot. Yeah, you blame shit on the head coach. You blame shit on the general manager and the owner. I hate when fools got new cars and they go slow, dog. Because they see me, they start going slow. Like, bitch, if I had your foot, not bitch, yeah, bitch, but not me just for a female. The other person acting fucking lame. So if I had a car that was faster than me, I'd be going this fucking slow. Fuck, man. But anyway, because I see right now, I'm going straight, a car turned right, and it's like pretty much, we're like side to side, and then they start going slow. Like, what the fuck? You're lame, man. Especially if you're a man trying to show other men what you have, like driving by them, like, oh, look at me, or like trying to compare. Like, you're a lame. You're probably like a young person, though. But even some old men are lame, bro. But anyway, fucking, so I go back to these, like, I don't know, like, there needs to be coaches, real coaches out there fucking. Like, first of all, we should be having more recess. Like, you make the kids run all fast and then you gather them in. Like, how long do they get to play? There should be a real emphasis on fucking exercise, real emphasis on fucking teaching kids techniques, teaching kids sport. You know what I mean? Like, if it's basketball season out in the world, hey, guys, we can just play basketball. Let's focus, you know? And then that's how you kind of, I don't know. I'm just saying. It's weird. Really fucking weird, but the teachers are accountable too. They want to point out money. We can't afford nothing. There's no excuse. Anybody being a teacher now is doing it out of love now. I don't give a fuck who you are. And I think in these times we're going to have better teachers, bro, because these teachers are going to be struggling. These teachers are going to be poor. These teachers are going to find better ways to teach, watch. Anyway, shout out to those teachers who actually give a fuck. I do. So, I have a friend, they do tattoos. They're more of an internet friend. A person is an acquaintance. I might have been in the same environment with them back in the day. They had a party. Speaking about when I was a teenager, like late teens, you know, after high school, like right after. That's usually when people kind of are allowed 18, you get a little more freedom than your parents, you know, trying to do the best they can to keep you close to home, you know. But so there is this girl. I shouldn't say girl, but this person does tattoos, and I went, you know, passed by their story, and they're doing like, seem as if they were drawing. I'm not gonna put the gender because I just don't want to, but I was like gonna type them on the DM. You know, I go by and it's not that's the thing. It's not. This person is a female, but I don't know. The only tattoo friends I have are my childhood friends. You know, I never met any other except for like I said, this acquaintance, or my daughter's mom did tattoos. You know, my homies, like, you know, the people that my homies friends with and that I seen do interviews and things like that. You know, things that interest me. You know. So what I'm saying is that I was like typing all this shit. You know, I'm in a good mood right now. In a good mood. Where people like to fuck it up, you know. But I was in a good mood right now, and a good mood is the killer of all evil. So I was in a good mood, and I was like typing all this shit. I'm gonna just do a video. First of all, if I type all that shit, they're gonna think I'm a weirdo or something. But what I was saying is like, and also because they can't get the context. Because what I put is like, or what I asked is like, oh, is that an original? And like when you ask that, I don't want people to think, I don't want them to think like, oh, he's trying to search. Like, everybody has influence from somewhere. You know, a lot of times there's so many great artists, but there is personality that has to go behind it. When it comes to like being known, like in that being known a lot. People say, oh, legendary status, that just means that person's art got more known than a lot of other people's. You know, they were able to get it out there or things of that nature. So do your art. You know, if you truly want to get it out there, it'll get out there. And there's gonna be times where you're like, why is it not out there yet? You're asking that because you've been actually working for it. Like, you know, like if you don't work for it and you're like, why is it not getting out there? It's kind of crazy. And there's moments like that where like, am I doing enough? And then, you know, what equates that in a normal sense is you actually keep working at it, you know, because it'll make you crazy if you're just sitting there like, how come I'm not known yet? Blah, blah, blah. You know, you gotta understand, it takes time. So like when I seen that they were drawing something of their own, I was feeling good about myself. So I wanted to motivate, you know. And it's like sometimes when you try to motivate a man, like they're like, oh, who's this guy? What does he have? Like, you know, they try to compare, you know, because we're men. So that's like it's like easier to motivate a woman. In a sense, you see them, you know, you see them actually trying to achieve something. A woman or someone younger, you know. And so I think that. So I asked the first question, oh, is that an original? Like, because I wanted to give advice or my opinion or like some sort of encouragement. I just wanted to open the conversation. But I'm like, okay, this individual's gonna think, you know, if some people are tied up, they're gonna be like, wow, you know, who's that person asking if it's an original? Who are they? Like, and they start like kind of looking at your work. They kind of, I don't want them to take offense of it. I don't want them to be offended by me asking, like, is that an original? So it just took a lot of typing to actually try to see if they could get the context of what I'm asking and understand. So in writing, I would have to like ask and say, oh, blah, 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 you know, keep going, blah, blah. So what I would put is that an original? Because I think like you'll feel more proud doing your work that way. A tattoo on somebody. Not necessarily, it doesn't have to be an original. Because I think my friend who does tattoos, my close childhood friend, if they looked at any tattoos from their friends from the past, they would look at it with like, they would look at the transformation to where they came. They would have to look at, like, I make music and sometimes I go back to old songs. Like, you're doing art on someone's body, you know? It's a beautiful thing. I'm thinking, not only is it a beautiful thing, but it's also, I don't know, it's a beautiful thing. Like, you're inflicting pain on people, but you're drawing something beautiful that they want. I feel like that's a way to get out your aggression too. Like you're actually like inflicting some sort of pain on somebody, but you're not really harming them. It's a neat, trippy world, you know. This is an art form, and I'm an artist, so I think about all different types of art form. Plus, my homie does it at a high level, so and so you'll feel a lot better if it's your original work in the sense that
yeah, I think you'll just feel better about it. You know, you'll just feel better. It's like something that you drew. You know, something that you drew. I think every tattoo kind of feels like that, or even when you start freehanding and stuff. That's when you get it down. That's when you know, and you got to reach those levels. It's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing. You know, but I'm sure artists have bad days where they're like, "That was trash." Because there's also a point where you have to think your stuff's trash because you're not God. You know, you're not the best. You know, so that humbles you too when you do a bad piece. You know, like, okay, I really got to work at it. You know, I can't just think I'm gonna just be lazy at it and it's gonna come out great or something. So that's what for everybody to hear. You know, the context was, oh, is that an original? Oh, you should keep doing that because you're gonna feel good about yourself. You're gonna feel like, and I told this person, like, you know, you might not feel it now, but later you're gonna, like, every time you see it, because tomorrow is a different day, a different emotion. A year from now is a totally different place in your life, and you're gonna look back on that and you're gonna be like, I'm glad I did do, something that I wanted. And I think original is also original feeling of, like, because you say original, that's why there's like original is kind of I'm not saying it's divisive, but subjective. It brings up a conversation, makes you talk about something, but it shouldn't. The word original, I don't like it. I was gonna say OG, but I don't know if they would have got it. You know, you had a little slang to it to kind of lighten it up. You know, so which is more like, that's dope. I see you doing what you want to do. I see you excited. I see you trying to improve. And as long as you try, you're improving. And yeah, so I was just feeling good about myself. So I'm gonna just do a little vid. And it's just a friendship thing. You know, if I would have seen anybody else do it. Like, there's a homegirl that I met playing basketball. Very young individual. But they got a website selling fruit, like natural juices. And it's, this person, they got it, man. They got it. Then just read my book on I didn't write it. Inked and Grow Rich. Incorporate and Grow Rich. You have to do it. You have to incorporate. You'll learn that nothing's in your name. Everything's part of your business. So they can't really attack you. Though they can attack maybe your corporations, but your corporations are protected. So I just see people making steps. And I love it, man. Despite popular belief, despite if I feel lonely as fuck, and I attack the world with my words, you know, just like my buddies do tattoos and they inflict pain on people's skin every day. When I'm rapping, like getting my emotion out there, I'm just, it's like, you know, I'm getting a little bit of freedom, I guess, you know, but I was raised Christian. I know Jesus, you know, and that's where my faith lies. But I'm saying I want peace with my Muslim brothers and my Jewish brothers and my Indian brothers, and my monk brothers, you know. I want peace amongst other faiths, the other ways of life, the other walks, you know. There's different, it's beautiful to learn from different cultures. At the end of the day, you like to assume that there's only one God, you know? I was running yesterday, and I passed by a little toy. People are planting these little Halloween toys in the front of the yard, like sensor toys. You walk by and they go, trick or treat. It happened again to me, but this time I said, trick or treat, smell my feet. That's hilarious because look at my feet. Dusty, bro. I live on a dusty parking lot. Not homeless, just finding my way. Let's go. anybody got my last message on my story about that wrestling mat, hey, so if anybody's willing to invest, it's if you have an idea of trying to add this to your life, then it's kind of a business decision, because we'll be at the beginning of it, and we don't have to know anything. Don't worry about it. We'll learn as we go. As long as we keep doing it, like any passion that you have, you know what I'm saying? So anyway, it's never too late. It's a good deal from 600 to 300. Like I said, I got 150. I have my truck. We just need a trailer. So if somebody could just get a trailer, then that's your ends, and you could be part of the business, That'll be your ends for the business if you could get us a little fucking flatbed, 150. Or if anybody wants to just not donate the 300, but invest in me and I'll pay you back. Hey, I have space for it. That's the most important thing, and the passion.
And more exciting. Because look, they got the handles, they got the shooters, they got the showmanship. They just don't have the dunk. I have a solution for the WNBA. I don't know if you know, in males beach volleyball and women's beach volleyball, the net is lowered just a little bit. So the only thing missing is the dunk. So imagine, I'm not saying lower it to 9 feet or 8 feet.
Just so they can dunk.
So they can dunk. Just a little bit. So I think if they did that, it'd make the game more exciting. Because look, they got the handles, they got the shooter.
Shaq is a genius.